Right now, members of the Colorado House are debating a series of gun bills in a rare Sunday session.
Honestly, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of seeing these kids get hurt, shot, killed, sent to prison.
It's a feeling a lot of people are having right now. His son was inside East High School. Now this advocate says more solutions are needed. Keystone, Colorado could soon become the town of Keystone. It's all up to the 900 people who live there.
Looks big, Val, score!
What a comeback for the Avs. A goal in the shootout to seal their win. After months of talking about it, we're seeing some major movement in the gun bills making their way through the state legislature. The Colorado House is holding a rare Sunday session after the Democratic majority broke a Republican filibuster yesterday. This afternoon, they passed a bill to expand the state's red flag law. You're taking a live look at it right now. That bill now goes back to the Senate for review of the House amendments. The House is still talking about a bill that would let victims of gun violence sue gun manufacturers and dealers in civil court. There's another bill that would raise the age limit from 18 to 21 to buy a gun. It's been 4 days since a student with a gun shot 2 staff members at East High School. Then he fled into the mountains. He was found dead in Park County later that night after taking his own life. But the gun violence continues. Just last night, Aurora police say a teenage boy died in a shooting in the Aurora Mall parking lot. As of right now, police don't have anyone in custody in connection with that shooting. All the violence is heartbreaking, scary, frustrating, especially for parents. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry spoke to one searching for a solution.
Some believe repetition is the key to learning. Today, it's proof of just the opposite.
Here we go again. I hope whoever got shot at doesn't die.
Lawrence Gauchon knew something wasn't right when he walked out of the Aurora Mall last night and heard sirens headed his way. The feeling was all too familiar. So was the outcome.
Unfortunately, the young victim has been pronounced at the hospital.
I'm tired of seeing these kids get hurt, shot, killed, sent to prison. I feel like I'm saying the same thing all the time. I'm pretty sure people are tired of hearing from me and tired of seeing me.
Gauchon is a youth outreach worker for the Gang Rescue and Support Group, or GRASP. He's also a dad, frustrated with another shooting.
Right now, I'm scared.
Just days after he rushed to East High, where police believe a student shot 2 staff members.
Well, I'm definitely going to remove my son from East High and see if I can put him somewhere that's just a little bit more safe, that he can feel more comfortable and not always have to worry about his school going on lockdown and fear for his life.
Life seems a little more precious these days, but through the pattern of violence, maybe someone can cycle in a few solutions.
We're not teaching them how to cope, how to deal with their problems. No conflict resolution, it's just gun reform. Like they say, it takes a village. I know that sounds real cliche, but it's the truth. It takes a village to raise our children.
Gauchon says GRASP is currently trying to connect kids with a diverse group of therapists. He says they welcome therapists with a variety of backgrounds and nationalities to see if that helps get kids to open up. They're also trying to get their families more involved with these efforts. Mark?
Yeah, Jaleesa, I met Lawrence right outside of East High School as he was waiting for his son to come out of the building after the shooting. These are personal experiences that people like him are using to now try and find solutions.
This is all too personal for him. You know, he prides himself on being a community advocate in the Aurora area, and he told me a story about having some of the kids that he works with in his car with his daughter and his car getting shot up at one point. You know, this is all very personal for him, and he believes in these kids, and he wants to make sure that these kids make it alive to be adults.
Jaleesa, thank you. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock has only a short time left in office. He's using that time to travel the globe on official business. This week, he's in Japan, just a couple of weeks after he returned from Ethiopia and Egypt. So you may be wondering, why is the mayor of Denver spending his last months in office globetrotting? Well, the mayor's office figured you'd ask that question. They tell us the trip will promote Denver as a spot for Japanese business expansion. This trip also marks the 10th anniversary of the first ever Denver to Tokyo nonstop flight. His last trip to North Africa cost more than $100,000. Taxpayers footed the bill for a portion of that. Voters will soon pick who will have the power to travel the globe next for the city of Denver. Election Day is a week from this Tuesday. There are 17 mayoral candidates on your ballot. If you're voting by mail, you need to have your ballot in the mail by tomorrow. Otherwise, you can still drop it off in a ballot box or vote in person on Election Day, which is April 4th. We'll likely move to a runoff after that. Let's take a live look outside over Coors Field. We are 10 days away from the Rockies home opener. I think that means that spring is close. Today would have been a very chilly day outside, though, to sit there and watch some baseball. It's a good thing that the Rockies are still in spring training. Spring, though, truly right around the corner.
Yeah, we're going to see temperatures warming this week, but of course it's Colorado, so we do have a couple more rounds of snow tonight to push through.
Because why not?
Yes, why not? So we're going to watch for those scattered snow showers later tonight into overnight, and then those temperatures will warm up throughout the week, and then Friday we're going to watch for more rain and snow shower chances. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we saw this afternoon. As Mark just said, if we were outside watching some baseball today, it would have been pretty chilly while you were doing so. 39 degrees was our official high at DIA. Downtown Denver, we saw those low 40s. The same goes for most of the urban corridor and northern portions of the Front Range and Eastern Plains. We saw upper 40s further southeast. The high country, teens, 20s, 30s, and then middle 30s out west. Right now at DIA, we're at 39 degrees. It feels closer to 36 degrees. Not too bad, but just for some calm winds out there. Other areas further south are a bit gustier. As we take a look at our HD Doppler radar, we have a lot of moisture off to the west. That's going to continue to push its way into Colorado. So as we go into the rest of this evening and the overnight hours, we're going to watch for those scattered snow showers that you see off to the west. They're going to continue their trek eastward, and they're even going to revamp a bit over the northeastern corner of the state as we go into the overnight hours and early morning hours tomorrow. So I'll talk more about that in a moment. What we can look forward to, though, those snow showers tonight. Early snow and a windy afternoon tomorrow, and then we do have a midweek warm-up. We see the return of some sunshine and those temperatures right around where we should be this time of year during the middle portion of the week before we cool back down for next Friday. So I'll have all of those details just ahead in my full 7-day forecast.
Lauren, thank you. Families who applied for the state's universal pre-K program will soon find out what school their kid will go to. The program gives kids up to 15 hours of free preschool per week the year before they're eligible to go to kindergarten. The state says they'll try to pair families up based on available space and the family's preferences. More than 1,600 providers signed up to participate. Well, Colorado could soon get a new mountain town this week. Well, at least on paper. People who live in Keystone are voting on whether to make it its own town or stay under Summit County government. Those against the vote are worried about things like having to pay higher taxes. There are only about 900 registered voters there that'll decide the outcome of this election. If Keystone votes to become its own town, it'll be governed in the same way as similar places like Breckenridge and Frisco. Advocates say making Keystone its own town will help them invest in their own priorities, like making Highway 6 safer for pedestrians.
It's dangerous. We've had 2 pedestrian deaths in the last 10 years. So, and we've been working that hard with both CDOT and the county, and there's a lot of limitations there. And we believe that if we incorporate, we'll take charge of those issues. We'll be able to determine what we want to fund.
So if Keystone does become a town, there's still a long way to go. They'll need to come up with a town charter, elect a town council, then find police officers and public works officials, all that fun stuff.